Good to see you again.
Good to see you, and thank you for having me here.
You bet. So you reached out to Bullpen a couple months ago, said you were doing a gene therapy summit in the Bay Area.
That's correct.
And we started, I think you had been to a couple of our meetings, and we started to get more involved with Charles River. But maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Charles River.
Sure, happy to. So, I'm Ramin Baghirzade, and I'm a global head for cell and gene therapy business on the commercial side. I've been with the company for about 3+ years, have a medical background, so started in large pharma at Roche, and then moved into the manufacturing space. So Charles River, we're a global company with over 110+ facilities, and we're supporting drug developers with our concept to cure portfolio, all the way from early stage discovery to commercialization stage.
Wonderful. Okay, so talk about where you're based and your global footprint.
I myself, so I'm based in Zurich, in Switzerland. So I have a global role, and Charles River is headquartered not so far from here in Boston, hence the name Charles River. And so obviously we have a global footprint of the facilities, and we recently launched an incubator program, and that's kind of part of my mandate as well. And that's the way we structured it, because it's also one of the things that COVID taught us, is that you can do a lot of things virtually. Okay,
so talk to me about the incubator program. When you say incubate, are you making direct investment? Are you specifically looking for a certain type of gene therapy company that matches some mandate? You have a suite of services I'm sure you can bring to your cohorts. How do you incubate these companies?
Sure. We launched it end of last year. And the concept, so we work with many investor groups, and essentially, as I'm sure most in the room would agree, that the industry has been at a pretty tricky stage in the past 2 to 3 years. It has not been so easy to raise money, so it's one of the reasons why we launched this program to support the early stage companies. One of the things which has been quite critical is the money is still there, but the bar to receive it has increased massively. So I would say investors are a lot more cautious on how they part with their money. So Charles River, so we support with essentially generating additional data, and we work with investors, and it's also publicly available information that Charles River also invests directly as well. So we do partner. And in addition to that, we work with investor groups as well.
So how can Bullpen and Charles River, and you in particular, work a little bit more closer to, incubate our community and yours at the same time?
Right. So right after we launched our incubator program, the launch was very successful. We actually are onboarding our first cohort of 6 companies, and we're in the midst of accepting applications for our next cohort. So that's why we're on the lookout for innovative companies within the cell and gene therapy space, and so looking forward to receiving as many applications as possible.
Awesome. Okay, so we can share that with our gene therapy companies within Bullpen, and that would be great for you to take a look. You also mentioned earlier you wanted to talk about a chapter in Switzerland, and I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how we're going to do that. In 2026, Bullpen will start to grow regional chapters, and Europe is someplace that we'd like to go. It's a little bit more complicated to get to that. Hopefully by the end of the year in 26 we'll have a location there, but certainly would be interested in building that community out. I'm sure that would be something that would go well with your incubator, right?
Sure, absolutely.
If that's what you're looking for. So
absolutely.
Any other asks for the Bullpen before we move on, take a little break?
Well, we're also on the lookout for kind of joining forces with investor groups, and obviously we already have an established group of investors. One one trend which we see is that there is, let's say, performing due diligence, obviously we'll know, is quite a tremendous task. And I think we can collaborate more in the industry. So sometimes it's not so efficient if the same company, if the due diligence is performed on this company on week 1, and then on week 2, someone else is performing pretty much a similar task. So I think in this industry we can do better in joining forces and being more efficient.
I agree. I like that. That sounds like a business model there, pulling together the diligence process and making it be an efficient opportunity. So I think that's it for now. Are you going to be spending time with us throughout the week, or how does your schedule look?
I will be coming on and off.
Okay.
It's a week of bio, so I guess one needs to get creative on how one combines.
Well, we sure appreciate you, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to visit Charles River in San Francisco, and let's do more of it. So,
it's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Let's give Ramin a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you.